Okay, so step one, as I mentioned before, is to have the pump off, which basically removes the heat load from the furnace while we're starting it cold. So, as shown before, I've already unplugged that pump. So we are set to go from that point of view. Step two is to open the bypass. So basically what we've got here then is a fireplace. We have a firebox and we have an open route to the chimney to make the fire easier to start. So we'll open the bypass. And then step three is to actually turn on the control, which will start the monitoring processes that the control performs, and also to start the blowers that provide forced air to the firebox. You'll note here the water jacket temperature is 56 degrees, and then when I push the mode button, you'll see the reaction chamber temperature is 185 degrees. And with that, we're ready for step 4. Okay, so steps 4 and 5 are basically to load some tinder and kindling into the firebox to a depth of 14 to 15 inches to get the fire going, and then to close the door on the firebox, leaving the bypass open and allowing that kindling to basically burn down to an ash bed before adding split firewood. So with having said that, I'll get to it. Okay, here you can see the bed of tinder and kindling that I've built in the bottom of the firebox. And then at the back of the firebox, at the top there, you can see the door that opens with the bypass lever from the outside. Now I'm going to light the fire. The effect of the blower is obvious. Okay, so I lit fires and it took off quickly with the blower. That smoke coming out of our stack. Just going to take a quick peek inside because I can't help myself. And it's going nicely. I'll let that burn down a bit more before adding more kindling and then some more of the larger sticks. I'm going to put a little bit more larger material on the top so that so I'm not just burning the kindling down, but kind of starting a bigger fire at the same time. I'll say this though, I don't think there's any chance that it's going to go out. Okay, we've had fires in the box for about 10 minutes. I'm going to add some more kindling, basically pile as much in there as I have before letting that burn down a bit and then adding larger material. It's looking good. Water temp's already up to 62. That's up 5 degrees from the start. Reaction chamber temperature is at 237. We're about 12 minutes into the burn. Okay, it's about 15 minutes into the burn, and I'm just taking a look to see how much longer I want to wait before starting to add bigger fuel. like what I'm seeing. About another 5-10 minutes, I'll start adding some bigger fuel, I think. Reaction chamber temp is up to 512 degrees already. The water is at 69. You might have seen as we were looking at the control earlier, stage 1, 2, and 3 indicators on that control. There are valves that port the forced air depending on which stage we're in. One valve in stage 1, 2 in stage 2, and 3 in stage 3. Just wanted to show you, those valves are actually behind this cover. And these valves can require maintenance if they stop working. So here they are. These are the valves. Different solenoids to allow different amounts of airflow to various parts of the furnace. Okay, it's been about 30 minutes since we lit fire, so I'm going to open the door and start to add some more kindling and some larger material. I see pretty much all the kindling I've put in has been almost reduced to ash at this point. It's burned down quite a ways. This is more kindling from that deadfall fruit tree in the backyard that I talked about earlier. Okay, we're just about 40 minutes into the burn. I put the rest of that apple, the deadfall apple, in there about 10 minutes ago. I like what I'm seeing. I'm going to go ahead and put this split dried wood in there, and then we're going to close the bypass, and we're going to watch the water temperature come up to 150. So we're at 593 in the reaction chamber and 97 on the water temperature. So the water temperature has already come up by 40 degrees. We are basically 45 minutes into the burn. 100-degree water temp. 787 in the reaction chamber. Okay, it's 3:15. Less than 2 hours since we lit fires. And the water temperature is up to 150. Reaction chamber temperature is 569 degrees. And so it's time to start supplying water to the house to add the heat load to the outdoor wood boiler. I've already set the thermostat in the house for the outdoor wood boiler to 70. I've turned the thermostat for the propane-fired furnace down to 52. So as soon as I plug this pump in, we're going to be heating the house. And we're pumping hot water to the house. Eureka! Okay, we're now about 2 hours and 5 minutes into the burn. It's 1,100 degrees in the reaction chamber. Water temperature is at 158, and we're supplying the house and returning from the house via our water pump here. So I loaded the firebox. Not even near to complete. You don't want to load it to complete. So I've probably got enough in there for, say, at least a 12-hour burn at these temperatures, at least. So, see how that works out. There's still some things that have to be heated up along the way, so that'll consume some heat. But all in all, I'm happy. About a 2-hour startup, seamless, no issues. So we're good to go. Thank you for watching.